Hi, and welcome to Lab 20, using group policies. Let's go ahead and start our first section, which is applying a group policy. So first thing that we're going to do is make sure that we're on DC10. If you're not, you can use the quick link here or change it up here. Press Ctrl-Alt-Delete. We already have our Structure Reality administrator username in, so we're going to go ahead and click Password. And next. And Server Manager should pop up automatically. Steps 1 is done, so you can check that off. If it doesn't pop up, then that's fine. So what you can do is click on the magnifying glass here to type search, and then type Server Manager. And you can do it that way, or you can click on the Start button and click on the Server Manager tile. It will all do the same thing. So once Server Manager is open, we're going to look at the menu bar, which is right here. Click on Tools, and we're going to go to Active Directory, Users, and Computers. You're done with steps 1, 2, and 3, so go ahead and check those off. So right here, we highlighted our AD Structure Reality domain. So we want to right-click on this, and we want to go to New. And we want to select New Organizational Unit. Okay. An OU is just a container. It's a container of resources, users, printers, devices. That's what an OU is. So we go ahead and are in the process of doing step 5. So you want to click on the type text for the name, and the name should be Sales Clients. And once you have that done, you can check out step 5 and go click OK. And now we are on step 6. Where we are in the Active Directory Users and Computers. We want to expand this arrow if it's not expanded already, and we want to look at and select non-admins, which is right here. That's step 6, and we want to right click on Danny here in the left pane, and we want to select Move. So we're going to move Danny. Check out step 7, and in the move window we're going to look for Sales Clients, and we are going to select it and then click OK. And Danny should be in Sales Clients. So if we look at Sales Clients, we see Danny is here. Step 8 is done. So next we want to go into Active Directory Users and Computers, and we want to select Admins over here, and then we want to right click on CAM and move CAM to the Sales Clients also. We are done with steps 9, 10, and once you click OK, to move CAM into Sales Clients, you can click OK. You can verify this by clicking again on Sales Clients and make sure that Danny and CAM are in there. Next, we want to go back to our left pane, and we want to go to Clients. And once you click on Clients, you're going to right click on PC10, and you're going to move PC10 to Sales Clients. Same way, and then click OK. You are done with steps 10, 11. You just did 12, 13, and 14. This is where you should be. Now, in the Active Directory on step 15, we want to look at the Sales Clients. We want to select Sales Clients, and then we want to click Score. And as you can see, Danny, CAM, and PC10 are members of the Sales OU. You can check out step 15. You can close Active Directory Users and Computers and return to Server Manager. So now we are not done. We are in Server Manager, and then we need to go back to Tools, and we're going to go ahead and look for Group Policy Management. And in here on the left window, we are going to click on AD Structure Reality, and it should automatically be expanded. If it's not, just click on it here, and it should automatically, if you click on the caret or the arrow, it should expand it already. If not, you want to expand the forest, domains, AD structure reality, and then selecting the dash on it. That's what this instruction says. Now we are on step 20. So we want to right click on sales clients. Okay. And we want to create a GPO in this domain and link it here. This is going to apply. Once you create this group policy, it'll link it to this, and then it is linked to this sales OU, so that when you restart a computer or you run GP update /force, it will go ahead and apply this group policy to anybody that is in the sales clients OU. So let's continue here. We have done step 20. We are on step 21. We want to click the T icon here to put sales policy in the name box. And then we want to click OK. You do not need to select a source starter GPO. Click OK. Now, what you want to do is we want to make sure that sales clients are expanded. And you can see the sales policy here. That is step 22. And then you can check it off. So then we want to right click on sales policy and select edit. You were done with step 23. Now we're on step 24, where we're going to go into, you have two categories here, computer configuration and user configuration. First one that we are going to work with is computer configuration. If we even, we may not need to go into user configuration for this lab. So let's go ahead and expand, follow step 24's instructions, which is expand policies by clicking the arrow. And then we want to expand Windows settings. And then you want to expand security settings. And then we want to look at, you may want to move this window over. And then you can expand this if you want to. I'm going to expand it, and then you can see exactly what's in here once you select account lockout policy. So expand account policy, select account lockout policy, and then you are done with step 24. You want to select account lock, you want to select the account lockout policy, and you want to double click on the account lockout threshold. So step 24, step 25, and we want to define this policy setting. So we're going to select this box, and we're going to put the number 3. You could type it in, and in the invalid login attempts, and click apply. Okay. May suggest some changes. You can click OK to those. And then now in the group policy editor window, we want to collapse the computer configuration. And just go ahead and click on the arrow here to collapse computer configuration. And now we are on step 29. You can check off step 28. And we want to open up user configuration, and we want to expand it. We want to expand the preferences, and then Windows settings, and we want to select folders. We're going to right click on this, select new, and new folder. In the new folder window, we're going to select this drop down to create. Step 31 is done. And then in the path, we want to put the type text sales docs, and then click OK. What you also want to do is make sure that sales docs is created. So we want to make sure that C, and we see sales docs. If we do not see sales docs here, you do need to create it. I don't see it, so I'm going to go click on the folder, And then I'm going to use the type text to help me fill the information in, and then we have sales docs here. We can close the group policy management editor, and we can leave this leave the management group policy management and okay, sorry about that. I had to step away for a bit, but let's continue on with part 2 of this lab, where we're going to review applied group policies and group policy settings. So first thing that we're going to do is change over to PC10. You can click the quick link here, and then we want to hit Control-Alt-Delete. But we do not want to sign in. We want to select the power button here, and we want to select Restart. Once it restarts, the group policy should get applied to it if it meets the conditions that we need to do, which we're going to log in as Danny, and Danny was a part of that sales OU that we created in the previous lab. So once it boots up, we want to press Control-Alt-Delete, and we want to select Other User, and then click on Danny. Once Danny is in the username field, let's go ahead and put our password in and click the arrow to log in. So now that we are logged in as Danny, we want to click the search icon here to type to search, and go ahead and type CMD, and let's go to the command prompt. Now we're going to type, you're done with steps 1, 2, 3, and 4, and these should all be checked off. We are now on step 5. So we're going to look at the current group policies, and the way to look at this is by clicking on this command, which is called GP result space /R, and then hit enter. And then we're going to see all the security policies or the group policies that have been applied to this. And as you can see, the sales policy is applied to this user. You can maximize the window to get a full pane view of the policies here. Again, sales policy up here is where we see applied group policy objects, and you see sales policy. Now we want to sign out of PC10 by clicking the start button, and then we want to click the little icon picture here and then click sign out. We are done with steps 5 and 6, and now we're on step 7, where we want to press Control-Alt-Delete, and then we're going to sign in as Cam. So we're going to click Other Users and click the type text to put Cam's name in, and then go ahead and put Cam's password in the next field by clicking the type text. Once you have done this, you can check off step 7, and we are now going on to step 8. If Server Manager appears, you can go ahead and minimize it or close it. I'm going to minimize it. Step 8 is done, so we want to click our search icon again and type CMD to get the command prompt using the type text. And then, oh, missed a step here, so I'm going to go back. If you do that, just retype CMD here, and you want to right click and run as administrator. Yes to the UAC prompt. You are done with steps 9 and 10. And now we're on step 11, where you can click the type text for GP result space /R. And this is going to show you all the group policies that are applied to this user account. And right now we see sales policy, again, applied group policy object. We see sales policy has been applied. We could check off step 11. And then now we want to look at the resultant set of policy report. And we're going to type in this command, RSOP and hit enter. After a few moments, this is going to generate up. You can check off step 12 while you're at this point, and we are on step 13. So now we have our resultant set of policies. Let's go ahead and under computer configuration, look at Windows settings. We want to expand security settings, and then we want to expand account policies. And then we want to select account lockout policy. You are done with step 13. And in here, we should see the source GPO. And if you look here, you'll see sales policy. And you'll see the sales policy is the source GPO for all of this. This means these settings are configured by this group policy that you created on DC10. Click step 14 that you see all these three policies, 1, 2, and 3 have information in it. Now we can close the resultant set policy window. We want to select no. And now you can check off step 15. Let's go ahead and minimize the command prompt. And what we want to do next is on step 16 is go to file export. You can type the search, click on the magnifying glass, or you can click on the folder, and then we open up File Explorer. You can check out 6. You want to go ahead and double click on this PC, and then we want to double click on the C drive. We should see that the sales doc folder should be present, so you can check off steps 18 and 19 and click score. Go ahead and you can close all your windows, check these off, and then we can go on to the next section of the lab. Okay, let's continue our next section where we're going to create log on and log off scripts. So what we need to do if you're continuing from the previous step is to click on the quick link here to DC10, and you will need to click on the Control-Alt-Delete quick link here, and then we are going to put our password in for the domain administrator account. Stumbled over that. Now we want to, I have File Explorer already open, so I'm going to leave it open. I don't need to type it. If you closed it, you can go ahead and click on the search icon or click on the folder to bring up File Explorer. In the left pane, we're going to click on this PC. And we want to double click on the C drive. We are done with steps 3 and 4. So make sure you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 checked off. And then in the C drive, on an empty space, we want to right click and click new. And then we want to create a folder here. And in this folder, we are done with step 5. We're going to call it, first of all, scripts. And I did step 6 by clicking the type text. You can check that off. So we want to right click on the scripts folder and go to properties. That's step 7. And then step 8, we want to click on the sharing tab. And then we want to click on advanced sharing. So you should be done right now with step 7, 8, and you should be on step 9. We're going to, we actually did step 9, so you should check that off. And now we're in the advanced settings windows, and we want to share this folder by putting a check mark in that box. Then we want to click on the permissions button here. That is step 10. And on step 11, we want to make sure everyone is selected. And then we want to make sure on the line where it says full control, this line here, we're going to click allow. Okay, for this lab only. We want to click on OK to close this window. That's step 12. And then we want to close this advanced sharing window. And then we can click close here. So we are actually done with steps 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So now we are on step 15. So we want to double click on the scripts folder to open it. That's step 15. And then we want to right click, go all the way down to new, and then select text document. You're done with step 16, and then we want to change this name to logon to create the logon script. Step 17, and then in step 18, we want to click we want to right click, select new, and select text document to create another text document, and we want to call this log off. So I am currently right now finished with steps 19, so you should have steps 1 through 19 completed and checked off before going on. Now we want to, on step 20, double click on logon to open it in Notepad, and we want to click the type text in here to put this as a logon script into Notepad, just like it is here. And then we can close Notepad. Yes, I want to save this. So step 21 is done, and we are done with step 22. We've saved this. If you want to double check, you can click on the logon script and make sure the text is in there. You can close it, and you know it's saved. Now we want to, on step 23, double click on the log off text file. So let's double click on that to open it, and then click the type text to put our text message in here. Goodbye, this is a log off script. And close this, click save, and that has saved our changes. So you should be done now with steps 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and steps 25. Now we want to validate this, so let's go ahead and click the score button to validate, and both the files are there. So now we want to go ahead and we want to, on step 26, click the search button here, type in CMD to open the command prompt. We do not need to right click, so you could just click on it. And then we want to enter the following command in here: echo dc10 scripts logon.txt, and we want to pipe it to c:\scripts/script logon cmd. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. And make sure that the spelling is correct. It's not correct on mine, so I need to go ahead and retype it in. So let's go ahead and click on that. There we go. Okay. If it doesn't work for you, backspace, try it again. It'll go through. So what did this file do? So it took the logon text file and it created a new file, and it's called script logon.cmd. It's a command so that we can initiate this from we can implement this logon script. So this script logon command file is in C scripts folder. So if we want to look at it and see it, we can do that, but let's go ahead and continue on with the next one so we can do both at the same time. Alrighty, so we do have to run the echo command again on the same one. You can do this a number of ways, clicking the type text to make sure that you're typing it in correctly, and make sure that the spelling is correct, and then you can execute the command, and there you go. You may have to hit twice. But this also does the same thing. It took the log off text and converted it into a script log off.cmd file for us to use in our, so we could deploy this logon script out. So we are done with steps 26, 27, and 28. We're going to move on. And so now we want to type in dir space colon scripts. And this is to show the contents of this. And we could see that we not only have our logoff.txt and our logon.txt, but we have the script logoff.cmd and the script logon.cmd. Okay. And we're going to click score so that we could score this lab. Okay. So we can close the command prompt window and return to File Explorer. So now that we're in File Explorer, I got a whole bunch of stuff going on here. So I'm going to go back to our scripts folder by clicking on this PC, double click on the C drive, and then you can go into the scripts folder. Okay, so now we want to double click on the script logon. So let's go ahead and double click on this. And this is to show you, if we were to deploy this out and somebody were to log in, that this is the text that they would see. Okay, we could use logon scripts to map drives and map other resources. So you have just created a logon script. So now we've seen that text, so we can go ahead and check off step 32, close Notepad. And now we want to click on the script log off file. Double click on this, and you can see, goodbye, this is a log off script. So now we can, I've closed Notepad. I am all the way down. I've checked off everything up to step 35. So that's all closed. And now I am done with step 36. And I can close File Explorer here. And we can go ahead and check these boxes off for the next part of our lab. Hi everybody, and welcome back. And we are in the final part of our lab 20 using group policies. And right now we're going to implement the scripts by using a group policy. So I'm still logged into DC10, and I do not have to hit Control-Alt-Delete. I am logged in as the administrator. If you want to double check, you can minimize your windows here, and as long as you see Structure Reality Administrator appear at the top, that is done by using something called GP Update. BG Info. And now we can go ahead and go back to our group policy console. So I just clicked on our group policy console. Here's what we have so far. I'm going to close this. I don't need this editor. So now that I'm returned back, if you're not on this screen or you don't see any of these icons, what you can do, let me close this out and make sure that's all closed. You can go to Server Manager by clicking on numerous ways and go to Tools and select Group Policy Management. Now you're in your group policy console. So now we want to right click on our sales policy and then click Edit. That is step 1, 2, and 3 should be checked. And then we want to expand the user configuration policy Windows settings scripts. All right, so we want to go here to our user configuration policies, Windows settings, and we want to look at scripts log on and log off. So in the right pane under scripts, you want to double click on the logon. That's step 5. In the login properties window, we're going to click add here on this button, and then we're going to put a script name in here. In the script name field, this is what it's going to be. You should be checking off steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're on the script name field, which is step 7, and you're going to click the type text to put this information in. and select OK. In the Logon Properties window, we're going to select OK. And then under the right pane, in the same pane that we're in right now, we are going to double click on the log off, click Add. That's steps 9 and 10. And then we're going to, in the script name field, we're going to enter this information by clicking on the type text. Here we go. Once we click that's in and it looks correct, we're going to click OK and then click OK. Steps 11, 10, 11, and 12 are completed. Now let's go ahead and select our score, click on our score button, and make sure that we have no errors. And everything is good. It's been configured correctly. So now under the user configuration policies, we're going to expand administration templates. I like to keep a neat window, so I'm going to minimize this, expand administrative templates right under Windows settings, and then we're going to go all the way down to system. Expand this, and we're going to select scripts right here. I just clicked on this little arrow to expand it. I am done with step 13, going on to step 14. In the right hand pane, we want to double click on the display instructions in the log off script as they run. So this is it right here. You double click on it and now this window will come open. If this does not come open, again, this is display instructions in the log off script as they run. So you're going to double click on this, and then for the next step you're going to click on enable. You may have to move this up. Step 14 is done. Click OK. That is step 15 is done. We can leave all the windows open, and now we want to select PC10. I'm clicking on the quick link here, and now I'm going to select Control-Alt-Delete. And even though I have a user logged in, I'm going to click on the power button icon here, and I'm going to select Restart. And yes, you want to restart anyway. That is step 17. When the PC reboots, we're going to log in as Danny by clicking on the other user. So once it reboots, we'll click on that. Press Control-Alt-Delete here using the quick link. Select other user. Click on Danny, and then click in the password. Now, for any reason, if you are having an issue logging in with the user account and you've done this correctly, you may have to restart your lab and resume your lab later. Fortunately, it might have been a glitch. I did get some reports of that glitch, but I'm not experiencing it right now, so I can't really demonstrate it. So you will need to close your lab. You can go here to the hamburger icon and click End, and then redo your lab. If you have any issues, please let me know through Skype. Through Slack. Is that Skype? All right, so we've logged in. Step 18 is done. So I'm going to close Notepad here because I had that window open. And now it says to close Notepad. So what happened? Why did I have to close Notepad? Because when Danny logged in, the log on script ran and left that Notepad window open. So now I'm going to click close on Notepad. And now I am going to sign out as Danny by clicking the start icon here, the user icon, and then click sign out. Again, now the log off script has executed. So you have successfully created a log off script. Now you can close Notepad. Now we have checked our work. You can click off of these and then go into your comprehensive questions as your next, and then you can score your lab and grade it. Thank you for watching.